is still active. Industries, we have e-commerce, we have financial service, and we have fintech and payment. Funding, TradePal has raised a total of 16.7 million US dollars in funding over 11 rounds, and the latest funding was raised on March 30th, 2022 from a convertible note round. The investors, TradePal is funded by 16 investors. First Cycle Capital and Uncovered Fund are the most recent investors. Employee profile of this company is that TradePal has two current employee profiles, including a co-founder and CEO, Feyintolu Olaogun. Technology, TradePal uses 22 technologies products and services, including HTMLS, Google Analytics, and and oh, sorry, the light here is not helping me. The light here is not helping me. TradePal is actively using 84 technologies
What
for its
technologies?
website, according to Blueit. And this include Viewpoint. The second one is Meta. The third one is iPhone mobile, and the compatible SPF. The fifth and the least of these successful firms is Bamboo. This is a digital investment platform that provides real-time access to buy, hold, or sell stocks. The investment platform is accessible on both computers and mobile phones. The location of this firm is at Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. The industry is covered is financial services,
Which is called financial services.
fintech, information tech, and the stock exchange. It was founded in the year 2019, and the founders of this firm includes Richmond Bassey, Yamun Omorogbe. Then the operating status of this firm is that the firm is still active. Over 5 rounds, their latest funding was raised. Are we together, please? The funding of Bamboo has raised a total of 32.6 million US dollars funding in funding over 5 rounds. Their latest funding was raised on March 2nd, 2022 from a venture series unknown round. The investors,
Please, can you
Bamboo is
talk to the
funded
people
by
behind you? Hello, Mr. Bello. Where's the noise coming from? It's from your end because every other person is muted. Can you talk to your flatmate or your neighbors or something?
is the network now.
It's not the network. Some people are talking from your background.
Okay. All right. Let me
Can you hear?
shift. Yes, let me shift.
Shift, please shift.
Hello.
Can hear you.
Yes, the investors. Bamboo is funded by 13 investors. Saison Capital and the Crystal Capital are the most recent investors. The employee profile of this Bamboo has 3 current employee profiles, including co-founder and director of growth, Iyamon Omorogbe. The technology, Bamboo is actively using 81 technologies for its website, according to Built With. Bamboo is ranked 1,041,328 among websites globally based on its 28,642 monthly web visitors. Mr. Nasser,
I'll be sharing the other one now, but unfortunately, we can only share two slides in a round, and I already shared one, so I'll leave now to join again so I can upload your slide. So sorry. I'll leave.
It's
I'll
all
join
right.
again now.
It's all right. Thank you.
It would do because I can't upload more than two slides a day.
Okay, what did you say? I didn't get that. It's an answer.
You can't upload more than two slides for a session, and I already
But he
uploaded
has
my
finished.
own.
That's the fifth one. What does he want to do again?
Oh
That's the fifth one. He
no,
has
he
said five
has.
companies already.
Yeah, he has another present. He sent two presentations to me. I think the
Which
failed. This
which
is
which is the
successful.
second presentation? And he has to wait. It's not his turn to talk about the successful first. The unsuccessful.
Okay.
So let him just
I,
wait. He can. I'm sure he can hear me too. Let him just wait. Then, Mr. Ibrahim, are you ready? Mr. Ibrahim, are you ready? Mr. Ibrahim, are you ready?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready now.
Okay, so I should share your slide now.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah, good
I've shared
evening,
your slide.
everyone. Okay.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you, ma'am. I'm by name Adigbemile Ibrahim, MSc Entrepreneurship. I'm here to present the 5 successful business funded by venture capitalists in Africa. I want to start by listing out all the 5 successful businesses that I noted. One is Zero Care, two Akantia, three Piggy Bank, and four Wasabi, and five Rensos. Let me start by number one, Zero Care. Zero Care provide affordable and easily accessible means for elderly people to take care of their health and give them opportunity
You
to
are not
have.
moving your slide. You are not moving your slide. You have to move your slide as you present.
Okay. Zero Care is all about health company. They are like mobile hospital that move and that take care of elderly people, and this is being funded by some of notable venture capitalists in Africa. The founder of this company is number one is Dr. Ebi Overe, Ajibola, and Bruce Lucas. These are the founder of Zero Care, and these people, they are very influential people. Uh, by the profile, Dr. Ebi Overe is a medical doctor and has been in practice for over 19 years, and a strategic innovator consultant for more than 10 years. He also had an MBA or MBA for which he graduated with distinction.
Can you move your slide? Are you saying everything you're saying offhand? Head. You're
No,
not moving this slide.
Oh, okay. Now, and the second person is Ajibola.
Hold on, sir. We don't need so much details about these people. The
Okay.
much details
Just
we need
mention their
is
names.
their funding. Yes, their funding. That is what we are particular about.
Okay. So their value and their missions is to take care of people at their old age.
Can you move on to the next slide, please?
Okay. The industry funded in 2017. The funder, as I mentioned, Bruce Lucas, Ebiona Overe. These are the people that work seriously, at least to make this thing happen on the African soil, because it has not been a system before. And medical startup, 4,877 members of organization, and they were able to raise 93.8 billion US dollars total funding amount, 15,707 numbers of investors track, healthcare companies with seed funding, 8,308 numbers of organization, and
What does that mean? 8,308 numbers of organization. What does that mean?
These are the people that they were able to pronounce what they are doing, and they are able to at least get their interest, so that they will be able to at least embrace what they have in hand. This is a mobile hospital, that these are the people, these are their customers, the organization that they have been working with. So African medical companies, okay, the African medical company that have interest in what they are doing, there are 332 numbers of organization, which take care of 375.8 million US dollars total funding amount, and 170.
You're mixing up. Can you hold on? Can you take it slow, Mr. Ibrahim? Can you take it slow? You said healthcare companies with seed funding. Healthcare companies with seed funding. And you said the first number of organization, or the number of organizations, 8,308 numbers of organization, and their total funding was $11.2 billion.
Yes.
Then
funding.
the second one, you said 16.918 number of investors track. I'm lost. I don't understand this analysis, and that is why I'm taking you back. I don't understand this analysis you have done.
Okay. 8,308 numbers of organizations.
It's not. Hold on. It's not just reading from the slide. You don't even understand what you have done yourself. Okay, what is the meaning of the 8,000? Their medical startup organization, right? And what they do, they provide medical services to people.
Yes.
Is that what they do?
Yes.
Okay, how many times have they been funded? And what kind of funding do they have, or have they had access to over the period of their establishment? It was funded in 2017. How many rounds of investment have they gotten? How much in total have they gotten? What kind of investment or funding have they gotten from the venture capital organization or investors?
Globally, they were able to have alliance with 8,308 numbers of organizations, like what the federal government is doing, NHIS, that they give to people at the university level, at every federal parastatals. That type of investment, that's what we are talking about. So globally, they were able to at least have up to 8,308 organizations that has been with them. Now,
Hold on,
which cost
hold on,
them,
sir. Hold on, sir. Hold on. We are not interested in the number of people that have been with them. Our basis for this is that what is their funding? What is their capacity? What kind of funding do they have access to? Or have they had access to over the period of time? All this information, I don't see us needing it. Basically, our focus is funding type, stages of funding, how much, how many rounds. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
Okay,
So, yeah, let me move to the next company first.
okay, sir.
Okay. The next company is Akantier.
I can hear. Okay.
Yes. Akantier, millions of small and medium enterprises struggle to grow due to inaccurate,
What does
fragmented
Akantie
financial
do?
accounts.
What does Akantie do? What does Akantie do?
The Akantier, they are financial consultants.
So,
They are financial consultants, and they work with small scale organization. They operate with them. I mean, they take care of their uh, both expenses and the income. They work on their accounting record. So they are accounting consultants. They work with organization, all these small scale organizations that don't have proper record to keep their financial record. So the Akantier partner with them, give them all what they need to excel, channel them to the normal thing they used to do. So this Akantier, a minute now. Numbers of funding rounds.
no problem, sir.
They have 3 numbers of funding rounds. Total funding amount is $50,000. Akantier has raised a total of 50,000 in funding over 3 rounds. The last funding was raised on May 20, 2019 from a seed round. So that is Akantier. The next company is Piggy Bank. Piggy Bank, as the name implies, Piggy Bank, these are the organizations that serve as normal commercial bank, which everybody knows. But this Piggy Bank, originally they have been in existence before even the advent of commercial bank in Africa. Because Piggy Bank has to do with all these mud banks that we used to before, seeking to tap into African informal savings group, the
That's not
Nigerian
true.
investment.
Hold on, sir.
Now,
Ajo is different from piggy bank. Hold on, sir. Please, can you hear me?
I can hear
Ajo
you
is
now.
different from piggy bank. You even said this was funded in 2016, and you're saying it has been in existence even before any commercial bank in Nigeria.
Yeah, in the world. Because you see, piggy bank is what our forefathers have the type of piggy bank is what our forefathers
That is
have
not
been
what they
using
did.
before.
No, that was not what they did. They did Ajo, Isusu, it's not piggy bank. Piggy bank is the name of an organization that used its own initiative to create from what has been in existence before and modernize what has been in existence before.
Okay. So now the founder of the piggy bank is Odunayo Eweniyi and Joshua Chibueze. Piggy bank, they are able to raise close to 1.1 million US dollars in seed
What does
funding.
piggy bank do? What does
Piggy
bank do? What do they do?
Piggy bank collects
It's in your
savings
slides
from
now. It's in your slides. No, hold on. They are an online saving platform. It's an online saving platform, and you can relate it to that job or a social contribution we used to do across West Africa. It's because you have just
that's where
modeled all this slide up. That is why you are having challenges in presenting.
No, I'm
You
trying
said
to I'm trying to
Piggy Bank
explain.
was funded in 2016.
Yes.
Okay.
Sinking to tap an African informal saving group, the Nigerian investment startup piggybank.com.ng close to 1.1 million in seeding fund and announced in a new product smart target, which offer a more secure and high return option for Esusu or Ajo Group. Savings club common across West Africa.
Sir, hold on. I don't want to stop you today. This is a presentation. You are not meant to read word for word on the slide. And all the first things you're even slide on the side, they're not important. They're not information that we need. The first thing
Okay.
is you are talking about piggy bank. What do they do? Who are the founder of or founders of piggy bank? What round of
Okay.
investment have they seen? This is not PowerPoint, these are word points. What kind of investment have they seen over the years? What type, what stages, how much, and how have they been able to use this money over the years or over the period that they have access to this loan? Or some of the presenters have also talked about their exit strategy. Many of these organizations, how they existed, how they exited the businesses and stuff like that. But you are just reading through all the slides, and the slides are not properly developed. I'm sorry, I don't want to stop you, but if I check the third slide, then maybe you just go and prepare for your exam. Maybe you are tired and you need to go and prepare for your exam. These are word points, they're not PowerPoints. PowerPoint is just the point, they just speak to it. It's not as if you read all these points and start saying users need an account with one of the piggy bank partners to use this program. Okay, please can you continue? Once, Basha, there are just two more to go. Can you continue?
Well, I'll try to summarize it, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. The founder of Piggy Bank, Odunayo Eweniyi and Joshua Chibueze. Piggy Bank majorly their online savings bank. They collect, they collect savings on, they organize Piggy Bank organize online savings platform for people that low earner than they want to at least have something to save for their future. So a minute, sorry. The next company that I want to talk about is Wasabi.
You have not told us the funding piggy bank was had access to. You have not told us their kind of funding, their stages of funding, if they how they exited the business and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm coming. It's part of the slide, but I don't want to waste a lot of our time. That's why I try to skip it. Okay. Piggybank.com we use it's 1.1 million. They are able to what they are able to generate is 1.1 million in new seeding funding for licensing, for license acquisition and
They are
product
not to read.
development.
Just tell us the funds that they are available that was available to them. They are not to read all these slides for us. It's wrong. That's not a good presentation. Can you move
Okay.
to the next one?
In- okay. The company I want to talk about is Wasabi. Wasabi is online service network platform where people can easily find certified and verified and skillful artisans, craftsmen that can help them in some of the creativity, some of the art craft, what people need to do, they help in those things. This company is funded, dated in 2015. Founder is Sani Murtala. Operating status is active. The last funding type is seed funding. Wesabi facilitates an online platform that enables individuals to find and obtain service of local workers and artisans for their residential and commercial properties development. It enables them to obtain service in plumbing, carpentry, and AC repair, electrical, home cleaning, and
You
laundry,
can't read for
tile.
us. You cannot read for us. Just move on. What other
So
type of funding were they available? Did they add access to? What other kind of funding?
this online platform, they are able to partner with close to 448 organizations, and they were able to, the total funding is 231.9 million dollars. This is the money that they are able to, their capital, their needed capital. Then the total investors, they have 121 numbers of investor track. The company is located in Lagos, and the service, they are able to touch different numbers of people. They are able to at least collaborate with different organization, homes, and so on. And the next one I want to discuss is Renso
Us.
Rensos. This Rensos, uh, Rensos is a power supplier company. They work on energy. Rensos, they see themselves as alternative to electricity. They work on solar panels. This company develop solar projects and provide solar EP service. So Rensos Nigeria Limited, they were able to Rensos ma, please, ma, I'm very serious. I'm very sorry for this presentation because some of the information that I expected is not inclusive in the slide. So I'm very sorry for this. So, ma, please, can you please pardon me so that I'll be able to prepare and try to come up with something meaningful the next this thing, because me
What are
myself,
you repairing? What are you repairing?
uh the information that I sent to the person that helped me prepare the slide was not inclusive. So that's what caused
Okay,
the
somebody helped you to prepare the
uh,
slide.
yeah, because I have to read. So I have already have the material, and I asked the guy to prepare the slide for me, and this is what he is able to send to me.
But
That's
do you know it's something you can do by yourself? Do you know?
I know, I know.
Okay, so
So
why didn't
that's
you
what
do it?
I've tried to do now. I'll, ma,
I said, why didn't you do it by yourself?
I will do it by myself now.
Okay, thank you so much. It's good to have you tonight. The presentation, if I'm to grade your presentation, I'm going to give you, because you put effort and because you complain, you got some materials, maybe I'm going to give you a 20%. That's 20 over 100. It wasn't fantastic. Yeah, it wasn't fantastic. The choice of the companies were fantastic, but the presentation watered down the value of the company. So I hope, when are you starting exams?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, you're starting exam tomorrow morning.
That's the problem, ma.
Oh, when are you having venture capital?
On Friday, ma.
Okay, it's not a problem because this assignment has been with you for almost 4 weeks. So it's not a problem. You just didn't do it. You just didn't want to do it, or you just didn't do it. So I'm going to excuse you now and remove you from this platform so that you can prepare for your exam.
Yes, ma. Thank you.
All right, so good night. You can excuse us.
Okay, ma.
Mr. Nasiru. Mr. Nasiru,
Yes, ma'am.
are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Can you start your presentation? I'm going to remove all these MSc students now so that they can go and prepare for their exam.
Ma, good evening, ma. I've not
Yes, I can hear
presented.
you.
I've not presented.
Who am I speaking with? Who am I speaking
Adil
with?
Muslim Lulua.
What? You have to hold on for your time. When we started the presentation, you were not on. So we already arranged the people who were going to present. So you have to hold on to this person, this last person presents.
Okay, ma.
I don't know if Mr. Jacob is presenting today. Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs, are you presenting today? Mr. Jacobs, are you presenting today? We can hear you.
Okay.
Mr. Jacobs, are you presenting today? Okay, Mr. Nasri, please, let's hold on. Let's allow Ms. Miolua, because they have exams tomorrow. Let's allow Ms. Miolua to present because of their exams tomorrow. So, Mr. Nasri, please, can you hold on?
That's fine, no problem.
Okay, let's allow Ms. Miolua
Thank you, ma.
to present. Yes. Okay, Ms. Miolua, over to you. Can you share your slides?
I sent it to the group already.
So who will share it for you on the group? You sent it to the group.
Yes, you told me to send it to the group. I think that was on Tuesday.
I said, who will share it for you on the group? You sent it on the group. I wanted everybody to see. That's why I asked you to send it on the group. Not because I wanted to help you share.
Okay, ma. So how can I get it across, ma?
I didn't get that. I didn't get that question.
I don't understand.
What? I didn't get that. What did you say?
I don't understand across to this platform.
You don't understand how to share the slide across to this platform, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, this platform. Yes.
Mr. Nasri. Mr. Nasri.
Yes,
Mr. Nasri.
Yes, ma'am. Here, ma'am.
Okay, please, can you explain how to share slides on this platform?
Oh, okay. I'm using a laptop, so if you're using a laptop, just below your screen, you see a button, like a share button. It has a plus in the middle of the rectangle, so you press it. If you press it, you see slides. Click on slides, then you upload from wherever it is on your computer or on your phone. It's pretty easy.
Very easy. I'm helping people to share slides. How do everybody wants to learn? It's similar. We are waiting for you. Okay, he's out already.
Yeah.
I would add him back. Naomi is here. Shukura too is here. Naomi is here and Shukura is here. Naomi just went out now. Mr. Milolu, are you ready?
Yes, ma.
Did you hear what he said?
No. I mistakenly went online that time when I was trying to
Okay.
see how
Are
to
you
do
using a
it.
laptop?
I have a laptop here,
Are
but
you
not of a
using a
phone.
laptop now to screen?
No, but we'll switch to laptop now.
Why you switch to laptop, allow Mr. Nasri present. So you can go ahead and switch over to laptop. So we can allow somebody else to present while you do that.
Okay, ma.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Nasri, are you ready now?
Okay, fine. I can present now.
Okay. I want to add one more person. Mr. Ahmed, are you still comfortable staying here? Mr. Ahmed, phone is just on, right?
It's muted.
Um,
I'll mute him now. I'll mute him. Okay. Then I'll switch over to you.
Oh, can you see my slide? It's just rolling.
Yes, I don't know what's wrong too.
Oh,
Let me remove and add again.
okay.
Are you sure it's not because you have shared one before?
Maybe because I possibly still doing the same thing.
Let's just wait a few minutes.
Okay.
Who is out? Somebody is out again. Miss Milolua is out. I want to add Naomi now. Mr. Nasri.
So coming.
It's not coming up. Can you attach it to my mail? Can you attach it to my mail? So I can help you share. Mr. Nasri, can you attach it to my mail? Attach it to my Yahoo mail, please. Attach it to my Yahoo mail, busyio02@yahoo.com. Mr. Nasri, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm doing that right away. I'm forwarding to your email.
Okay, busyio02@yahoo.com.
Okay, ma.
Somebody's out.
Sorry. Is it BISI?
Busy.
Okay,
BUSYAYO
BUSYAYO.
02@yahoo.com.
Okay. I just sent it now.
Have you added it? I've not seen it.
Oh, okay. I sent it already. Let me see.
Failed. Have you?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Uh,
I'm trying to download it now. I've seen it.
oh, okay, ma.
I've sent you my file.
I'm not going to share for anybody. I just said that. I'm not sharing for anybody. It's because he already shared for someone before. That his slide is not showing. That's why I'm sharing for him. I'm not going to share for anybody. You see the same thing, no?
Wow.
Vanessa, can you see?
Yeah, I can see. Or is it that we've exceeded the number of presentations for today?
No. Can you remember last week we did more than this? Let me try
Yeah,
Miss
we did.
Minolua's slide. Let me try Miss Minolua's slide.
Ma, can you
Can
see
you
my
see?
slide? I've shared it to the group.
I can see.
Hold on, Miss Minolua. Hold on. Can you see his own is showing?
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to try it again. Yours. Showing now.
We're good now. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, hello everybody. Sorry to keep you waiting. Okay, so my presentation today is on the failed venture capital finance companies around the world, and I'm going to be talking about 5 of that. One of them is Loan. Loan. I would give a brief introduction of all of the companies I'll be talking about anyway. But one is Loan. Another one is Nice Swan. The third one is fast. Then the fourth one is essential products. Then there's another one, leaf ports. Okay, so the first one we'll be talking about is loans. Next slide, ma, please. Loan,
One minute.
okay,
I'm trying to get down the companies.
okay,
Okay.
all right then. Loan is a network of high altitude balloons. It was used to provide stable internet coverage for people in the very rural areas. It was an initiative of Google X. It spanned between 2013 and 2020. The reason why it closed was because they realized that it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable having the company to keep working, because the cost of having it work was far beyond what the gain was, and they had to close it in 2021. The chief executive of Loan was Alastair Westgarth, and the funding of Loan was able to raise a total of $125 million in funding over just one round. They had just one round, and it was in an undisclosed round raised in April 25, 2019, and it was funded by Apps Mobile. Already I said loan funding was just one round, and the round was a non-disclosed one, and it was funded by Apps Mobile. Apps Mobile was the lead investor in Loan. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Nice One. Nice One, Nice One was in existence between 2018 and 2021. In the history of in the history of the world, Nice One is the most expensive, I'll say the costliest venture capital invested that failed. It was it totaled about 1.3 billion dollars. Imagine investing about 1.3 billion dollars in a project, then it eventually failed. Next one was an e-commerce platform. It was basically providing
Your network is breaking. Nasri, can you hear me? Nasri, can you hear me? The network is really bad. Sorry, it's the network. I know he's trying to fix it or something.
my internet network. Okay, so Nice One, they were able to raise $1.3 billion over 8 rounds, and they had a total of 22 investors. The types of funding they had ranged from the angel, we all know the angel investors They had a Series A, a Series B, a Series C investment, right? And in 2018 was their first funding. They were able to raise $14.6 million through angel investors. Then in 2019, there was a Series A funding, which was $27.9 million as well. Then again in 2019 November, they had another Series B funding, which was $60.4 million. Then in 2020, they had Alibaba Group. We all know Alibaba Group is very big, a very gigantic venture capital. They funded them $88.3 million in a Series B investment, and as well in 2020 they had a Series C, which funded them $81.4 million and $80 million. Although there was a final one in 2020 where they raised
2021 or 2020?
126 million. Sorry, in 2020, before there was a final one in 2021, but again in 2020 December, Alibaba invested again. Alibaba was the lead investor in this, and they were able to raise $196 million in a Series C. That was the final for Series C. But the Series D investment in 2021, where they raised 100 and no one $750 million in a Series D investment. So that brought the
You
total
said
funding.
it. Okay, what happened in 2021? Because you said the last funding came about in 2020, but there is
No,
one
there
March
was a last
2021 here.
Series C.
Okay,
There was a
March
last Series
2021.
C. They had three Series Cs. The last
Okay.
Series C was in
Oh, okay,
December
okay.
2020. Yeah, then there was another Series D in 2021, which was $750 million. That brought the total funding to $1.3 billion, and that's why I said in the history of venture capital funding that failed, this is one of the biggest. This is one of the biggest failed venture capital investment. So the next one I'll be talking about is Fast. Fast is like the Paystack of Nigeria, the Flutterwave of Nigeria, right? Fast provides the same service as all of these people as well. It's an online checkout payment platform where you can easily make payments for whatever you do. Basically, like it makes shopping experience easy. And the CEO of Fast is Dom Holland. The funding of Fast was able to raise a total of $124.5 million in funding over 4 rounds. Their latest funding was raised in 2021, January 26, from a Series B round. Fast is funded by 11 investors. I'm sure when we were talking about Paystack, I told you I said Stripe bought over Paystack, or over Paystack rather. So Stripe is one of those who funded Fast as well, right? And Index Ventures are also a very big venture capital in the funding of Fast. So now down to the types of funding for Fast. In November 2019, um, Index Venture Global and Capital Coin in a seed funding raised $2.5 million for Fast. In 2020, there was a Series A. The Series A was funded by Stripe, Susa Ventures, and Index Ventures. They were able to raise $20 million for them as well in 2020. Then in 2021, there was a Series B that saw a total raise of $102 million. The lead investors in these were Sugar Capital, Index Ventures, Susa Ventures, and Stripe as well. They were able to raise a total of $102 million. In total, the funding for Fast was $124.5 million. And Stripe was only in existence between 2019 and 2022. They recently just closed shop. So the next one I'll be talking about is essential products. I'm sure we must have heard of essential products at one point or the other. Their logo is OE. I'm not sure if we know it. It's a black and white logo. Um, Essential products is an American product, basically. They, apart from the basic essential home things they do, they are also a technology hub. At some point, they started developing phones, and they were trying to sell phones around. But that was the end of them. The fact that they ventured into trying to produce phone was what brought them to a close because there was no clear path to deliver that particular product to customers, being that
They're
what they were
final
doing
consumers. Yes.
exactly, being that what they were doing before was a bit different from what they were dabbling into now. And
What were
I
they
can
doing before?
remember
What was their major business before diving into phones?
products, basically
What?
products,
I didn't get that.
essential home
Essential
products.
home products. Okay.
That was what they were doing. And the founder of Essential Products is Andy Rubin and Palo Alto. Sorry, Andy Rubin, and it was based in Palo Alto rather. Um, so next slide, the next slide, please. The funding of Essential Products. Essential Products, they were able to raise a total of $330 million in a total of 3 rounds, with the latest one being in 2017. And in that 2017, they raised 273 million euro. The valuation of the valuation, when I say valuation, is like trying to know the value of a company at a particular point in time. This is a bit different from funding. At the time they were closing and the company was valued, they were valued at 1.1 billion euro. And now, next to the type of funding, in February 2016, there was a Series A funding where they raised a total of $30 million, right? The lead investor in this was Red Point and Playground. Then in 2017, there was another Series B funding where they were able to raise 273 million euros, right? And we had venture capital invested in them. One of them was Amazon Alexa Fund. We had Access Technology, and so many other venture capital to invest in them. In total, they were able to raise $330 million in funding over the span of their life. And I didn't mention Essential Product lived between 2015 and 2021. A major reason why most of these the pandemic, the COVID-19 was a major reason for the closure of all of these people as well because they had a very difficult time surviving the pandemic, you know. And okay, the next one I'll be talking about is Lee Sports. Lee Sports, they lived between 2014 and 2018, right? Lee Sports is a sports streaming platform in Hong Kong, right? And Lee.com owned a stake in it, about 10.34% in it, and it was established in 2014. I mentioned that earlier, and it was able to raise a total of 800 yuan, Chinese yuan, 800 million Chinese yuan in a tranche A funding. So now talking about what led to the closure of Lee Sports, right? It happened that after a while they couldn't continue paying their subscription, and they had a lot of legal issues against them of people complaining about their subscriptions and they had to pay back, which was a whole lot for them to bear. Okay, so now to the funding of Lee Sports. Lee Sports, they raised a total of $1.4 billion in funding over 3 rounds. Their latest funding was raised on May 10, 2017 from a Series B round. Lee Sports is funded by 10 investors, right? And they have as well made 3 investments. They made three investments before they closed shop. That's to tell you they were really big before they even closed. They were big enough to be venture capital on their most recent investment was in 2016 when 17 Media raised when 17 Media raised $23 million. And imagine they even successfully exited the 17 Media deal, but then they had to close because there were so many things they had to deal with. This port also acquired two organizations. The most recent acquisition was in 2016 when they acquired Octopus TV. So now to the funding of Lisport. In 2015, there was a Series A. Series A had five investors. They were able to raise 800 million Chinese yuan, and Wanda Group, YF Capital was the lead investor on this. In 2016, there was another Series B. The Series B had four investors, raising 8 billion Chinese yuan, and HNA Group was the lead investor on this. Then in May 10, 2017, they had a Series B. This with one investor, and they were given an ecological park in this. This was how the funding was, and the value was undisclosed. And so this is the end of. This is my fifth. What's it called? My fifth company on the list of the failed venture capital invested companies in the world. Thank you very much for listening, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Nasru. Fantastic presentation, properly structured and detailed. But before the end of the week, I'm going to send out some points that needs to be included in all our slides so that by the time we are submitting for grading, it's going to be easy. I hope everybody understands.
All right, ma, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. Grateful. Okay, Miss Milolua, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we are going over to you now.
Yeah.
Have you shared your slide? Okay.
I'll upload a new one.
You should have uploaded it. We don't have time to wait. This is after 9 already. I'm exhausted. Is this the one you want to present?
Yes, yes, yes. I'll be presenting
Okay.
on 5 successful business in America. Yeah. And these are the lists of successful venture capital business in America. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for not doing that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Adeujo Musimilolua. So the first venture I'll be presenting on is WhatsApp, Facebook, Groupon, Recent, and Snap. So the first one, WhatsApp. Introduction. WhatsApp is an online platform. Everybody know WhatsApp, but it's an online platform that allows people to interact with each other. Ma, are you on it, ma?
Can move on.
Okay. It's an online platform that allows people to interact with each other. It's based in America, United States of America. Features. It allows users to send message, send a voice note, make phone calls, location, documents, images, etc.
You don't need
The
to read all
device
the
it makes it.
slides. Always
I'm not.
learn to just summarize everything.
I'm not reading it. I'm
Okay.
not reading it. It makes use of both phone and what's it called and
What I'm
system.
saying,
So
you are still saying what you are still doing the same thing I want to. You just want a summary of what it does.
okay, no problem. I'll do that. So the next slide. Funding. WhatsApp had a series of funding before it was acquired. The first
When was it created? When was it created?
funding
When was WhatsApp
was
created?
okay. WhatsApp was created in 2002.
Okay, 2002. Okay.
Let me go to the ending. I have
2002
a
or
summary of it. Okay,
2012.
it was launched in
2002 or
2009.
2012.
9. It
In
was launched in
2009.
2019. 2009, yes, ma. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So back to the back to the hello, can you hear me? WhatsApp as of 2012, WhatsApp handled about 2 million messages per day. So and for 2013, it handles 17 million messages per day. No, I mean 27 million. And as of 2020, it has become the second most downloaded application apart from Google app on Google Play Store. So it has made what's it called? It has made a lot of success on. The first funding was the seed funding, which was 250,000 US dollar in 2009, and the second funding was by venture capital, which was the Series A funding, and that was 8 million US dollar. The second funding was a Series B funding, which was by same venture capital business, which was $50 million, and before it was later acquired by Facebook for 21 billion naira. So total funding altogether is 58.3. That should be $1 billion of the complaint, the information date was established, which is 29, of which I've said before. It's owned by venture capital, series of funding, then firm valuation. The firm is worth 2.22 billion. It was 22 billion US dollar already, and it's located at Arcas Way in the United States of America. The next company I'll be talking about is Facebook. Facebook on as an online what's it called, social media, the first of its kind, which was established by Mark Zuckerberg in 2018. Mark Zuckerberg and Co. in 2018. The website allows
2018,
users
okay.
to
2018. What
20.
are you saying? Facebook was established in 2018.
Sorry. That was a mistake. 2004. Sorry, it was a slip of tongue.
And you said it 3 times. Slip of tongue.
Sorry. I'm just trying to be fast.
Okay. Slow and steady.
Allows users to send. It's also like WhatsApp, but in its own unique way. It allows users to send messages, picture, join group, news feed, and the rest. So it has number of activity per year. As of 2010, the number of activity on it was 66 million users per year. 2011, that was 845 million users per year. 2012 was 1,056. The next year one was 12,082. Next was
Please, can you go to the funding?
1393.
Can you go to the funding? Can you go to the funding?
Okay, the funding. Excuse me. Uh, I think revenue. The, sorry, the revenue is
We don't need the
as of
revenue, the
20.
funding. We don't need the revenue.
Okay, I don't see. Let me check. I'm coming, ma. I think I missed. the funding.
Okay, can you move to the next group? We don't need the revenue.
I think I did not add.
Can you move to the next company?
Okay. Let me move to the next. Groupon. Groupon is an America. Is an America. Excuse me. Groupon, the next company. I think okay. Yeah, I'm on it. Groupon is an America global e-commerce e-marketplace that allow users to buy and sell things around the world. It's located in America. It has access to over 15 countries of the world. It was launched in November 2008 in New York. The company went public in November 4, 2011. The funding, the group has raised 1.4 billion in funding for over 8 rounds. The latest the latest funding was raised in December 2019 from a public order IPOS round. Sorry, I'm coming. So now these are the list of funding: 2017 Angel round, Groupon, 2008, sorry, 2008. It was funded by 2 people. 2000 the same 2008 under Series B, 3 people. 2010 Series C, it was funded by 5 people. 2011 Series D, funded by 10 investor. 2011 venture capital round, that's five investors, and before it was acquired, or should I say before it was made public in 2016, which was invested by 2 people again, and as of 2019, one investor. The next company is Wish. Wish is an online
Which is not part of the company you listed. Oh.
it's it's them.
Please, can you go and check it again? Can you go back to that first slide?
Probably I made a mistake by not including it or something. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be
Can you go back to that
Wish.
next slide? Let's see. Don't say sorry, just let's see. Can you see which is not part of the company you listed there?
I wanted to
Your network is bad already. Do you have any other person that wants to present tonight? Mr. Jacobs, do you want to present?
that, that's why I had to switch to phone the other time.
Mr. Minolua, we can't hear you again now. Mr. Jacobs, do you want to
Network is
present
bad.
tonight?
That was why I had to switch to phone the other time.
Okay, can you just say your last 2 companies so that we would move from this
So
point?
let me go back to Wish.
You can't talk about Wish because it was not part of the companies you listed.
Okay, I'm there already. Yes, I will do that now. Okay, so Wish is an online company that also
You
engage.
cannot talk
They engage.
about Wish. Hello,
Ma?
you cannot talk about Wish. It was not part of the companies you listed.
It's there.
No,
When I
no,
was
no,
editing
no. And that
the
is why I keep saying it week in, week out. That all the companies you want to talk about, put it on the group chat. Stop sending me private messages on your assignments. it on the group chat. Did you list the companies you wanted to speak on the group chat?
Yes, I did.
Okay, was
The
which
day
part of the companies you listed? What?
come let me check it, ma. Come let me check it. Yes, it was there.
Okay.
It was there.
Okay, so how come you now made a mistake?
No, when I was
Okay,
trying to
move on,
put
move on,
the
move on,
PowerPoint
move on, so
together,
that
I
we
wanted
can
to
be
run on the
fast. So
first
that
company. Okay. So as I said the other time, they are an online platform that engage in marketing, whereby you can come online and sell your product. But the uniqueness about them is they deal with cheaper products. So you may not find the likes of Apple or other influential or very big brand on their platform, but they're also very handy. What's it called? Their market is more of the middle class and a bit of the lower class. So the steps to getting or operating on which, just download the application, sign in with probably your Facebook or your Gmail or probably something else, and you go to the picture or whatever you want to buy. There will be a picture of it. You go there, there, you read the what's it called, the review about it, and you, after reading the review, then you click on the lower side to buy. So the funding, which has gone through so many stage of funding too. The first stage of funding was in 2012. The Series A funded by 6 investors. Series B 2013 funded by 4. Series C 2014 funded by 6 people. 2014 again. Series D by a person. 2005 Series E by 6 individuals. 2017 secondary market, which that was just an individual, before they moved to 2017, which was Series F, 8 investors, or should I say 8 investors. 2000, the same 2017 again, they had Series G, which was an investor. September 2018 secondary market, and 2019 they had one investor. So at the end of the company, they have 30 employee. They have 12 board member, 382 contracts, and they are in San Francisco, United States. The website of the company is www.wish.com. The total funding altogether is 1.6 billion US dollar. The last one is Snap. Snap is an American company again. The It was founded in 2011, and the initial name was Snapchat.com, but later changed the name to accommodate other companies or other portfolios. So they made it Snap. Okay. So the series of funding, they also went through series of funding. As of May 2012, they went through a seed stage, which was 480 $480,000 funding. As of December 2012, Series Z, that was 12 million 500,000. For as of February 2013, Series A again, they had 13 million 500,000. As of July 20, the same 2013, they had Series B of 60 million. The same October, they had an undisclosed funding. As of the same 2013 again, they had Series C, which was 50 million. as of December 2014, they had Series D, which was 185 million. As of 2015, they had Series D, and that Series D again, which was 455,600,000. As of 2015 again, May, they had Series E, which was 200 million. As of 2015, they had a Series E, another Series E again, which was 537 million. As of May 2016, they had Series F, which was 175 million. And as of 2016, Series F, should I say Series FB, they had 2 billion, 1 billion 800 million. So this is their annual revenue of 20 annual user, excuse me, of 20 sorry. As of 2014, they had 57 and down. So that's for the successful business.
Thank you, Mr. Misimiluluwa. God bless you for your presentation. Maybe because of the network, there was no much. I will send the corrections. I would work on all the presentations so far and send the correction to you. Hopefully by next week. I don't think I'll be able to take more presentations tonight. Every other person that has not presented, I think would have to postpone it to next week. If you are
Yeah.
having exam, please go and do your exams. Go and do your exam. After the exam, we would have one more presentation for anybody that has not done their presentation. We have one extra week, or I'm sure by next week too, you should have finished all your exams. So by next week, we'll have our last presentation because of the MBA
Okay.
student, our last presentation. So anybody that is presenting, our last
Yes, ma'am.
presentation would come up next week. Maybe I should allow Mr. Jacobs to present quickly because of our time. It's 9:30 already and I have a whole lot to do. So Mr. Jacobs, over to you. Mr. Jacobs, are you ready? Mr. Jacobs, are you ready?
Okay, ma'am.
Mr. Jacobs, are you ready? Mr. Jacobs,
I think there's a problem with his maybe earpiece because he's trying to talk but we can't hear him.
well, we
And he's
can't.
sharing
Since
his
you can't
slides
hear him,
already.
that means you can't present. I was thinking we should just give him about 30 minutes to present since he has been online all day. He's not using an earpiece now. Is he using one?
Yes, he is.
It's not working.
We can't hear you, sir. Maybe you remove it and try to talk normal to the computer. It's gone off fine.
So for any other person that wants to present, I'm sure I should be able to, God give me the grace to bring the analysis of everything we have done since the beginning of the presentation, maybe next week or upper week by God's will. But I want every presentation to end by next week. I want every presentation to end by, it's taking so much of my time now, and school has resumed. There are a lot of other things to do. So any other presentation comes up next week. Mr. Nasri, you are done. Mr. Jacobs, this is his last presentation. Some of them MSc students who are they are done, but it's just remaining Shukru and Naomi. It's just remaining Shukru and Naomi to do their presentation. Mr. Jacobs, I think his system is having a challenge. If I try for the last time and it's not coming up, then would say goodbye for tonight. Can hear. We can't hear you. Mr. Jacobs, we can't hear you. Mr. Jacobs, we can't hear you. Their mic is not connected. It's saying his mic is not connected. Okay, at this junction, I say good night to everybody. Thank you for joining the presentation online today. God bless everyone. Have a great night. We'll continue from there next week. Bye. Mr. Nasri, in case we can
Yes, ma'am.
fix a class before next Sunday, please let me know so that we can
Okay.
all the presentations so that we can clear it. Let me know. But my weeks are usually very busy. But let's still see if we can.
All right, man. That's no problem. I'll speak to others if you're fine with